Hi all, welcome to another video. Money making hacks. You know, all of us wants to be rich at some stages of their life, right? But the question is how? Everybody I know are ready to work hard, but the outcome of their hard work will not be the same. And also depending upon the situation, the times that we live in, the kind of work that you do will be paying less money in terms of financial benefit compared to another work. So let's understand how money making works, and how can we bring maximum output from the work that we do. So this video will be extremely informative. Please stay with me till the end of the video. I will be breaking down few things that I thought, when I thought about money making, how to make big money. So let's break down the topic little deeper. How somebody can make money? Say for example, if you are working, right? We all are working, maybe in corporate or for government, etc., etc., or for banks, right? So money making can be divided into two things. One is by building products, and second one is by giving services. I know that most of us are working in service based industry, in the sense that we are giving some sort of service to someone and we are getting paid for that, right? So basically money making happens through by building product and services. Now let's talk about building products, right? How somebody makes money by building products. For that, let's understand what are the types of products available in the market, right? Mainly these days, there are two kinds of products. First one is physical product, second one is digital product. What are physical products, right? The phone that we use, right? It's a physical product. Say for example, iPhone or Samsung. The company iPhone had created a product, a physical product that millions and millions of people are using, right? And by creating that product, Apple is making billions of dollars in revenue and profit. Correct. So for building that product, they might have done an innumerable amount of time thinking about design, strategy, building that proper setup so that this kind of product can be built into the market and be readily available for the customers. It's not an easy task, right? It may take years. So building the design and execution, everything, I think it took 2 to 3 years, more than 3 years, to make an iPhone, the first iPhone I'm talking about, right? Because of that, whoever worked around building that product gets paid a lot. Correct? Because that product is so valuable. Whoever worked behind building that product are so worthy that they get paid a lot. So the point that we have to understand is that how money making works is how much impact that you are providing to the end user or the customer, you will be rewarded for that, right? If the product is so great or so useful to the end user, you will be paid accordingly. Another example is Tesla car, right? I mean, Elon Musk, how much time and energy that he put into design that car. Now he is reaping that reward, right? So it's not easy to build any product. That's the reason the entry barriers are so high. That's the reason when you build a solid product, you will be rewarded handsomely. Correct? So that is really regarding physical product. Now, when it comes to digital products, you see Instagram, right? You see WhatsApp, YouTube. All these are digital products. Again, it has been or Instagram, WhatsApp, all these are created by highly intelligent coders. They might have spent a lot of time iterating the codes, making sure that the product will work smoothly, there are no bugs, right? And millions of users are using those products. We know that like the amount of people that uses Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp and YouTube, right? And because of that, the impact that it had made, whoever built those products are paid handsomely. We all know that how much money these software developers are making, right? The reason is simple. They are working on projects that are highly impactful to the end user. They will be paid for that. So when so this is mainly the two things, like when it comes to products, right? Digital products and online products and physical products. Physical products, there are like other things like electrical equipments, anything of that sort which are physical. So if you want to make big money out of making products, right, either you have to uh, build a digital product. It could be anything, any online game or any platform. So Amazon is another example of digital product, right? This Blinkit, Zomato, everything. So it's highly useful for the customers. Millions and millions of users are entering into that website and using that website for their day-to-day life. So if you want to make big money, you have to think through that, how you can build a product that's sustainable and can make long-term impact, right? Through that you can make a big money. That's how product-based strategy works. Now let's talk about the second money-making strategy, which is service, right? You are giving a service to a client or customer. So services are of different nature. So when I talk about highly paid service, it can be consulting, right? These big consulting giants like McKinsey, Bain, right? They give consulting to their clients. So the problem that they are solving over there is so big, and those clients will be benefited a lot from this company's consultation. The people who are working on those companies will be rewarded handsomely again, right? They will be paid a lot. You can see the salary that these consultants are making. It's huge because the end result or the impact is so huge. But when it comes to IT services, right, the first of all, there are a lot of people working around that, and the impact may not be that huge. I'm talking about the normal IT services that, say, for example, Infosys, Wipro, TCS, these companies are doing. First of all, there are a lot of clients, and it's not something that they do immediately. It will take years, right? I mean, these clients are like, it's like a long-term partnership. They are coming together with these service-based companies. They will work for 5 years or 10 years depending upon the project. So, and these people recruit a lot of people. All those work will be divided, and because of that the money also gets divided. That's the reason they pay relatively less, right? And another sort of services are, you take driving or plumbing, or for say for example an auto driver, right? He is providing a service to the person who is taking the rickshaw, right? Taxi, plumbing, electrician. But compared to consulting or something, these people are paid less. Why? Because the entry barrier is not so big. Anybody can learn driving and buy an auto and uh, become an can provide service, right? I mean, rickshaw service, taxi service. And similarly, anybody can learn about plumbing or electrician work or or anything of that sort, and can work on that. There is no restriction as such, and there are no entry barriers as such, and because of that the pay is relatively less. But again, you can make money. Again, I mean, if you think strategically, it's all up to the kind of work, how intelligently that you are working. You can make money, but compared to other services, say for example, I'm talking about consulting primarily because the entry barrier is so huge, right? The skill set that is expected from a consultant is so high. That's the reason you can see all those consultants are coming out from IIMs, like big Ivy League colleges, because the skill set required for that is so high. That cannot be expected from a normal tier 2 or tier 3 kind of college student, right? Why they are expecting that kind of skill set? Because the impact that they are going to make is so huge. So it all comes to, there are, there are like people used to say, how big the problem that you solve, you will be rewarded for that, right? Most of the people are working around service based areas where you provide a service. A shop, right? Shop is a kind of a service that you are giving. A customer is coming, you are giving them the product, you are paid for that little bit, right? I mean, small margin. It's a service that you are giving. So if you want to, our today's topic is how we can make it big, right? Of course you can make big through services, but it may take long time and your presence is required. So the another disadvantage of service is that if you don't work, you won't get paid, right? It's like your heart and soul should be there, then only you can get paid from services. But when it comes to product, when you build a product and you launch it to the market, then depending upon the kind of product that you do, depending upon the use cases, the impact is infinite. All these, I mean, if it's highly useful product, many people will buy it, right? Or uh, you don't have to continuously work around that, because already the product is there in the market. Probably you just have to tune some things, but other than that, you don't have to do anything separately. You can simply sit and the product will be sold in the market and you will be paid for that, right? So that's the difference between a product and a service. So if you want to make it big, you have to build a solid product. Or if you have a good skill set, you can leverage that and make money. That's my last point. The famous right now, the famous philosopher, I would say, someone who influenced me a lot, Naval Ravikant. He used to say, right? I mean, there is a famous quote of him: if you want to make big money, use leverage. What are the kind of leverages that we can use? Code, media, and books, right? So if you, when I say, when you say code, right? If you build a video game, or when you build a product that can be used, a digital a retail website where millions and millions of users can be used, you will be paid for that, right? Through code. Media means nothing like, this is a media, right? I mean, YouTube video making is a media where once you upload a video into YouTube, so many people will be watching. You don't have to do anything. Once you are monetized, whether you are making continuously or not, your past videos will be watched and you will be getting paid for that, right? When you have a website, when traffic is more ads will be there. You don't have to do anything. Once you create that, it will keep on making money for you. Same with books, right? Once you write a book and keep it, I mean, make it available for the public, people will buy. Like, years down the line, if the book is so good, so many people will continuously buy. The book will be sold in the market, right? Same, I mean, the example that I talked about, iPhone, right? I mean, they build a solid product, see how many number of people are buying iPhones every day, right? All those profits are going to the company. Likewise, if individually, if you are building a product, say like now we are talking about leverage, right? If you individually, if you are building a website, or if you are building a YouTube channel, or if you are writing a book, or if you are building a platform where people can use your platform, all these are infinite leverage. You will be making money when you are sleeping. Of course, you may have to do few things like few fine tunings, but it's not like a service that you have to be present there. So that's the final verdict I want to say. The money making aspect is that everybody is getting paid for the service that they provide to the other person. What kind of service that you provide depends on what kind of product that you make, or what kind of skill set that you have through which you are providing the service. So it's as simple as that. If you want to make it big, you have to think big, you have to solve big problems, and you will be paid handsomely, right? So I wish, I mean, my thinking is, what right now what I'm doing is thinking through that, how I can make, how I can help others in a big way, so that by helping others I will also be uh, paid, or I will be rewarded for that. So it's like a win-win situation for both the customer and the person who is serving the customer. So yeah, think through that. You can, these days everything is available online, chat gpt, everything is that you can make very good products using uh, chat gpt and other AI platforms. You don't necessarily have to be a proficient coder or something. You need an idea, right? Only what you need is a solid idea. If you can build on that, definitely you can make good products, and you can make big money. Why making big money is important? At the end, I am coming to that point where only if you have money you can invest and mm, grow your wealth, right? So if you are a salaried person and if you have very less money to invest, you will take a long time to get wealthy. But if you can make a good product, or you can do something so that you can get good money out of that, you can invest that money into markets or wherever, and you can you can make it grow and be rich at some stages of their life. So yeah, I hope this video was useful for you. I mean, this is something that I thought, I mean, I was thinking about how that money making aspect works. So when I thought deeply, this is what I came to realize, that it's only through this, either by making a product, building a product, or by giving a service. So depending upon your interest, I hope you build something or give some good services to others, so that all of us can be benefited out of that. So yeah, that's about today's video. If you're liking my content, do subscribe to my channel and share your feedback in comment section. I will come up with another video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.